Let them boys ride through real quick.
Mm-hmm. That's my point, yo. This should be so funny to me because he got caught like 3 minutes later. Like he never even left the scene and got caught.
It's time for all the renegades to step up and get organized for real. If you ask me. But all that jumping out and just busting stuff up. I guess to get something done, but
They just went to action for it later.
yeah, definitely do that. And it put the people out there real early that's actually willing to take some type of action without no type of plan and no type of action. Like you really want something to happen, you know what I mean? I feel as though you gotta get organized. Like they can get them. I don't know. I just think different because the right thing ain't gonna happen to them cops. You know what I mean?
No, it's not.
But if motherfuckers sat back and played that shit slick, it could have got them niggas for real. So I don't know. But there's definitely a lot of stuff going on right now. From the Lloyd massacre, murder by the racist cop, back to the Ahmaud Arbery lynching. Because that's what happened to Maine, man. Like it was showing up old fashioned lynching. Yo, I can't imagine the dread of being chased down by a bunch of crackers in pickup trucks with shotguns. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can just like it. It just feel like they was doing it. Woo, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I could just imagine. Yo, that's really like black nightmare fuel, yo. Yo, that's the type of shit that nightmare is made of, yo, man. So that's real crazy. What y'all think about what's going on for real?
Speak first.
It don't matter.
To, well, for me, I mean, it's just sad. Like, situations like this really hit different for me.
Why is that? Why you say they hit different though?
Well, you feel me, like, cause I've had, you know, situations in my life and in my family's life, to where like certain, just one thing shake here, one thing shake there. You feel what I'm saying? Myself or members of my family, wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? So thank the Lord that we are here. You feel me? But
Oh yeah, my bad. It's gonna be a lot of dirt bike and motorcycle action going by tonight because
yeah, Baltimore is open, man.
and this is a main thoroughfare right here. You know what I mean? For some reason, this shit like stop signs at a certain point at night. Stop signs don't mean nothing. They just come straight through like this, like the North Avenue throughway or some shit like that. Like it's a back way. But go ahead, my bad, y'all.
Yeah. But yeah, so situations like this really hit different for me, personally. Um, it's not right by any means. I feel like every officer involved needs to be charged, prosecuted, and sentenced. I feel like really and truly, there's only really one sentence that is really proper, and it's life, in my opinion. In my opinion,
Or death?
But I feel like that's just too easy, though. I feel like that's
Not
too easy.
not really. All right. Long sentences. Long sentences for the ones that watched. And if Minnesota has the death penalty, I think you should get death. I don't see it happening, but I think it should be on the table, which is not because then what they charge your way.
Charged with
With
third
degree,
degree
so
and manslaughter.
so death wouldn't be on the table anyway. So the longest possible sentence for that, and I understand why the first degree to all that stuff can't be. You can't pursue that because he'll get off on that. You know what I'm saying? You have to pursue on what you're trying to charge him for. So I understand why, but I'm talking about philosophically and morally compared to what they do to other people, yo. Like the look on your face is of sadism. You know, I mean, a masochism, y'all. What is it? No, a sadism on his face. Like he enjoyed inflicting the pain on him. You know what I mean? Like that's like a serial killer type motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's what I saying when I say main man. You know what I mean? And like, first of all, yo, like, I don't know if I said this to y'all before, but like Steven Jackson, like really like one of my favorite players, yo. Like Captain Jack is my guy, yo. Before even yo got popular on the internet or whatever, like yo was my guy, yo. I used to just talk about yo all the time because I knew that yo was just as nice as everybody else. You know what I mean? It's just a lot of stuff is opportunity and you know what I mean and fitting in and stuff like that. But beside that, yo, that shit really hit me when I seen him on the Breakfast Club. You had a Breakfast Club over the phone interview talking about it. Lloyd is like really actually one of your real friends. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's your main man or whatever. But back to the cops, yo. Like just like I'm not even gonna put our culture in this. The police, whatever you call them, culture, that shit gotta change, yo. Somehow that culture has to change. And all right, you being in the military, right? In the Navy, you understand the police culture better than an average person understand it. You know what I'm saying? And when I say the police culture, that culture of the man next to me and my unit is the most important thing, and then everything else, you know what I mean, come after that. Of course, we got protocols that we supposed to follow. But if we break those protocols, we're gonna do everything else. We're gonna protect the unit to a certain point till we can't do it no more. You know what I mean? And that shit really gotta change when it you know what I mean. Of course, it should change dealing with other people in the world other than U.S. citizens. But with dealing with a U.S. like a citizen, that shit gotta change, yo. Like it is really no protect and serve the average. You know what I mean? We citizens. We supposed to be citizens as black people, right? And there's no protecting and serving us because even if somebody is committing a crime or you think they're committing a crime, right? He was not committing a crime, but even if you think they committing a crime, right? Their job still supposed to be protecting that person until we find out what's going on. You know what I mean? Because they still is innocent until proven guilty. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So they still a citizen, they still a taxpayer, they still paying your shit and all that shit. So your responsibility is to safely, you know what I mean, find out what's going on. And if arresting is part of find out what's going on, so be it. But you're supposed to do that in the most safe manner as possible. And they got them against us mentality. Them against black people, people of color, and them against even white people who they feel like is not worthy. You understand what I'm saying? That's their attitude. Like they actually at war against the people, yo. Like we see that last night in that shit that happened here, yo. You know what I mean? When that lady got hit, yo. Like, all right, I done seen people saying, but she swung on him and all that. That's a police. That's not a person in the street, first of all. All right, I understand fight protocol. You know what I mean? Somebody swing on you, you know what I mean? You feel like you're in danger. You know what I mean? You pop him. You know what I mean? Whatever, yada, yada. But he wasn't supposed to be fighting her, yo. He was supposed to be protecting and serving. First of all, nobody else was in danger. First of all, no other citizen was in danger because all of y'all got her surrounded.
The officer she punched didn't even react.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? The white officer that she was swinging on, you know what I mean? He was evading her punches. You know what I mean? So that gave the other officer the opportunity to go grab her. It's no way that me as a person that's not a cop know better procedure than he knows as a police. You know what I mean? And I know good and well popping her in the head was not how you supposed to handle that particular situation. You know what I mean? You supposed to safely, you know what I mean, subdue her. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to subdue her, and y'all supposed to be calling female backup. I know that's and I know that's a part of the whole thing as far as arresting and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So like that was a anger. You know what I mean? Oh, this bitch trying to fight on us mentality. That's what I seen. You know what I mean? That wasn't no. You know what I mean? Oh, this is how I'm going to stop this from happening. You know what I mean?
It's almost like, yo, she's trying to swing on my mans.
That's exactly what it was. You know what I mean? And my man going to see that I got him. You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
You know what I mean? So that's a gang / unit. You know what I mean? Protect this shit mentality, not protect the people mentality. You know what I mean? And until I see a video of a cop really protecting a citizen when another cop is doing wrong, yo, all of them bad, yo.
And that was going to be my next point. Like, you got a lot of these officers saying like, "Oh, I'm not with this," or "I joined the force to make a difference from inside." And I mean, that might be mentally your initial thing for real. But I've never seen an officer in broad daylight in the dark see another officer do some wild shit and he check him on the spot. He or she check him on the spot. I've never seen it.
One of them cops up in Minnesota was supposed to show enough motherfucking Russian sickle that nigga. Yo, he was supposed to Russian sickle him off of him. Yo, like, bro, what the fuck are you doing, Jam? Whatever your name was. What are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, that's what we supposed to be saying out there, yo. You know what I mean? Because he's committing a crime at that point. And you a police and you supposed to stop that crime, yo. The crime he committing is worse than the thing that y'all think he might have could have did, yo. Which what y'all think he might have could have did was a motherfucking fake $10 bill, which all of us has gotten, yo. I done got fake $10 bills, yo, and when I realized, when I tried to give it to somebody else by mistake, when I realized that shit, you know what I mean, I then went back to the spot and was like, yo, y'all got me, and it came from a store, yo. You know what I'm saying? It came from a store giving it to me, yo. So that shit is so possible, yo. But they so jumping. First conclusion is yo out here with counterfeit money out here trying to get it in. You know what I'm saying, yo? And that's that being the first conclusion is a motherfucking problem, yo. The first conclusion supposed to been how you think you got that bill, or how you get that bill, where that bill came from, not you got these bills where it came from. You know what I'm saying? So this shit is wild, yo. And it's nothing new. It's just crazy for us to see it, you know what I mean, in HD, and that the shit is still fucking happening in 2020, yo. It's in their culture, yo. It's in that blue blood, yo. To when they see us, yo, for them to get us, yo. Serious, yo. So when they see us, yo, they saying first of all is, all right, that's a possible collar right there. You know what I mean? And then they break it down off of that. You know what I'm saying? That's what they doing when they see us, yo, for real, yo. So when they see me in my work car, yo, they take a look at me and then they be like, all right, he working, you know what I mean? So it's not even worth me stopping him. He probably be doing something, but it's not even worth me stopping him because he working and that can backfire. You know what I mean? That's what they do when they see me. You know what I mean? When they see Bumba Clyde, Ross Clyde, you know what I mean, OG Ox over here, you know what I mean, they probably like, he probably got all of the pounds, you know what I mean, when they see him, you know what I mean. And he got a sub too on top of that, yo. Yo, you are more Jamaican than this tank top, yo.
I'm not gonna say no to that. I'm not gonna say no to that.
You more Jamaican than this tank top, yo. But with that being said, my bad for rambling, yo. But how you guys feeling about the situation?
All right, so let me clear some things up real quick, right? I have no understanding of the culture that they have. Now, I actually worked in security force in the Navy, not because I wanted to, but when 9/11 hit, I had to go.
All right. Well, let me clarify. Can you hold it for a second so I can clarify? All right. Let me clarify and give a scenario. So there's not scenarios, right? Because I'm not talking about specifically brutality, right? But there are those scenarios where if some shit get out of hand, y'all gonna do y'all best to back each other up, especially if it's on like some foreign soil or something like that, right? In a place in a place that's next to a hostile place or something like that. You know what I mean?
Where I was at. Go ahead.
Right. So this is a question now because it's coming from me assuming, and I'm trying to clear it up now. So are there not those scenarios to where as though y'all gonna be like, fuck them, we sweep this shit under the rug, you know what I mean, get back on this boat, if they ask any questions, is this story and not that and not what really happened?
Not in a protect and serve mode. That's what I was ready to say. So if we all out and we get into a bar brawl, yeah, we're gonna get back and cover each other's backs. But when we got that uniform on,
Right.
and we all work in security force. All right, let me tell you like this. I was having a conversation.
So
with
y'all
a captain.
telling on each other. When something wrong on missions, is military niggas telling on each other, or is they gonna get together in a unit and be like, "This is what happened." If they do something that breaks what the really shit's supposed to be happening, that's what I'm saying.
The whole point I was making is, if you do such a thing, which you would have to be in a hostile, you would have to be in the shit
Right.
before that even comes about.
Right. Because that's what I think about. Because I've never been in the military, so I'm always thinking of the shit, which what they say. You know what I mean?
20 years.
Right.
20 years is what they promise you if you fuck up like these cops do.
Okay.
So when they gave me that pistol and that rifle, they made me learn this thing called deadly force, the use of deadly force. You have to learn it frontwards and backwards. You have to be able to recite it, write it. You have to be able to pick up from the middle and go to the end. You got to be able to pick up from the middle and go back to the beginning of it. Once they know, once they know that you know the use of deadly force, this rule, you have to sign something that says you understand it. And from then on, you are subject to whatever consequence comes your way when you break it.
Right.
For instance, all of these cops shooting people and this and that, let me tell you something, and this is the God's honest truth. They actually, I was telling one of the guys at my job who doesn't happen to look like us, you know, because it's like, well, what if he was doing it? I said, let me tell you something. I was top flight security of the world, Craig.
Right, the real top flight security of the world.
So, and that wasn't my main job, but that was my job.
But you did it. It was one of your jobs, yeah.
If I was to use my gun
Uh-huh.
and shoot at someone, and they haven't shot at me first, twice,
Okay.
the shit goes down, whatever. The first thing they're going to do is they're going to come and get me. And anybody else that was there that's seen it.
Right.
They're going to take me back and they're going to download me and they're like, hey, we just want you to debrief us. No.
Debrief.
It's an interrogation. While I'm in that place, they've sent another team back to where I just was. And that team is sweeping the whole area. Now, if they find one of his shell cases and two of mine,
You're done.
I automatically, unequivocally, get 20 years in Leavenworth Penitentiary.
All right.
And this is the thing. They don't hide that. This is unknown.
Right,
they
right,
will
right.
tell you, before they hand you that pistol, you fuck this up, you're going to do a flat, straight 20. No days off. And that's it. So when you got the cops out here, willy-nilly Yosemite Samming it, I don't understand, because you're only in charge of the Western District. That's about this big.
Right.
I was in charge. I was in a country where they hated us.
Right.
And I still couldn't fuck up. And it was more dangerous. You riding around, you see like vandalism, graffiti, so down with Bush, or go back to America. All that. This is where I'm at every day. But I still can't fuck this money up because it's 20 years. I was telling the guy that, and then next thing you know, another police shooting happened. And one of the guys who are still active military, I don't know this guy, he's in the army or whatever, but he put up a post and said it's crazy that these police can just get off shooting and going back to work, doing paperwork, or you get paid leave until you figure out whatever. And I'm out here, I gotta let somebody ring off at me 2 times.
Right.
Before I can even pull this thing out the holster.
Right.
But you can bang off at somebody and say, I thought, and then you cool with it. You still get your pension. So no, I don't have any understanding. Because when I was over there, and it's actually, the rule still stands. Actually, they have a documentary series, like a docu-series on Stars, about the people in the military who are doing 20 right now for deadly force violations and stuff like that. You're good. It's not, they're not being sarcastic. It's not a euphemism. They're not joking. They're not threatening. If I fuck up with this pistol, that is a wrap. They're going to download me. They're going to transport me. They're going to arraign me, and they're not going to release me. And by the time it's over, I'll have that hard-ass cot with the one blanket in Kentucky.
But see, all y'all knew that, and all y'all understood that, and all y'all knew it's not a threat.
Stacks.
It's not, nothing like that.
Stacks, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
Ain't nothing, man. I got you on my podcast right now, man. Hey, my man Will Comedian was in the he was in the Navy, yo, and he 100% without ever saying what you said, just backed up what you said about the military needing to train the police, yo. You understand what I'm saying? You remember I came on the post and said, nah, that's not a good look. Can you hear me, y'all? Yo.
Like I was saying, though, like, y'all understood that. Y'all knew that was a guaranteed fact. So in y'all
Big
mind,
facts.
right? So in y'all mind, when y'all out here in the trenches and in the midst of it, that's on your mind. That's a thought. Meanwhile, you got the police out here. I already know I can get away with it. I already know that the laws and the rules are willy nilly. So if I fire off and pat yo, I can beat it.
Yo.
At the most, they're gonna just have me sit at the desk.
What's good, brother?
Yeah, ain't no gas.
I got my man Keith Stacks on the line right here, man. One of the best upcoming producers. Is it all right for me to state your profession, brother?
What's up, bro?
Ain't nothing. I was saying I'm on my podcast. Is it all right to state your profession?
Yeah, I was saying what I was saying was like not like on our fighting tactics, but just how to deal with threats.
Right. Well, that's what I was saying. Like with the actual rules to engagement, and he and my man Will just laid out the I guess I'll call it the 2-for-1 rules. You know what I mean? It's whereas though that the aggressor has to fire twice before you can even fire one bullet at somebody. You know what I mean? Like
Nah, it's not even that. It's like you just gotta know how to de-escalate a situation, bro, before that shit like get too serious.
Right.
And that's something I feel like they not being taught, or either they ignoring the shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, most definitely. You know what I mean? That's exactly what we talking about right now. To where as though
we was to do some crazy ass shit right there, we going to jail, bro.
right, and that's
You know, your fans are blessed. Like they locking our ass up. So they ain't doing that with them. So maybe that's the reason too.
right. And it's funny you actually just repeated everything that he said. That's why I thought it was important that I give you a call, because we actually had like a little debate on that, and I didn't know the whole layout, you know what I mean, exactly of the rules of engagement or whatever. I just looked at it as military coming to train people that already act like they at war with us. You understand what I'm saying? That's how I looked at it.
Let me.
No, I understand that. That's what I'm saying.
If there was a situation.
We got like a whole we gotta go through a whole bunch of steps before we can shoot at people, bro.
That's what I was getting to.
If you miss a step and they see that you missed one of them steps, your ass going to jail.
Hey, bro.
Straight up.
Yeah, this Will talking to you right now. This Will the comedian. This the guy I was saying that was in the Navy.
Oh yeah, what's up, bro?
What's happening? Look, so I'm in class, right? I'm in class, and they had a question that they asked me. I failed it. So the guy said, if you on gate guard and you got a guy that's from this country running towards you with the long coat, he's holding it closed, he's running at you, what do you do? So the procedure is you say stop. If he don't stop, you gotta say it again. If he still don't stop, you say it in their language, which at that time, I think it was Kif Autlak Suanar, but you had to say that so that just in case they didn't speak English,
Yeah.
So once you say that, he said, well, what do you do after that? I said, well, I repeat it. He said, and what do you do after that? And he's still running at you full speed. I said, I'd probably just shoot his leg. He said, and you're going to jail. I said, how? I went through every procedure you told me. So if he's still running at me, what am I supposed to do? He said, tackle him. He said, you got to tackle him. What if he's deaf? No warning shot. If I, listen, my guy, if I pull that joint out and bust one, it don't matter if it's at you, around you, in the air, in the ground. If they don't find 2 shell casings from you busting at me, I'm going to jail. So the answer to the question was, I was supposed to tackle him and wrestle him and disable him. I said, well, what if he got the hot dogs across his chest? What if he armed up? He said, you in the military. That's what you signed up for, shorty. But you better not pull that pistol out. Because you're no longer going to be in the military. You're going to be an inmate.
It's bad PR. It's bad PR.
So
yeah, and you talking about an international incident at that point in time. And the thing that's going on right now, I ain't gonna hold you up too long, Stack. The thing that's going on right now is the stuff that's happening here is starting to turn into international incidents. And that's how things can move. You know what I mean? The fact that everything getting recorded and it's going across them airways. You know what I mean? So hopefully something can get done, man, for real. But and like once again, I had to hit you up and if anybody know what's the YouTube, man, because this is one of the baddest producers out here, man. Go ahead, spit the YouTube, and I'm gonna put it in the description also. But go ahead and say what the YouTube is.
This is Beats by Stacks with Z's where the S is supposed to go.
All right, that's Beats by Stacks with Z's where the S supposed to be at. And this is real ironic that your name is Stacks, and I was talking about my man Steven Jackson Stacks, and that's kind of how we got the Lloyd thing and how we got here to talk to you. So it's full circle, a complete cipher. You know what I mean? But that's what it is, man. But going back to I like what you said, and that's a great idea because everything that y'all saying are the military rules of engagement is in my heart how I believe that the police are supposed to engage the everyday citizen. Like your job is not to go home, your job is to protect and serve. You understand what I'm saying?
You know what? Honestly, like one of my best friends is a policeman. He a policeman. So they just not being taught that, bro. And that's something important. Like,
bro, I don't think it's not that they being taught.
No, I think they're getting taught once they get in the street by some other bad cops, y'all.
No, I think they're getting taught the right way, but they get out there and there's no punishment. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever you want as long as you feel like you're going to get away with it. Your conscience comes in when the consequence comes in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I'm out there and I'm on gate guard or I'm on the UT boat and I got that thing in my hand or whatever, I know one wrong move, I'm going.
Yeah.
So that's what when I deployed. So that's what I did. I did gate guard or whatever. So I gotta. This just like how serious it is, bro. If my caliber of weapon higher than, like, if somebody's shooting at me and my caliber of weapon higher than what they're shooting, I can't fire back.
Now that's a new one on me, because we only had 9mm, M4s, and shotguns, and then the heavy stuff was the 50s and the 60s.
So I was a 50 cal gunner, bro. So if somebody's shooting at me with an AK, I can't even shoot back. I just gotta duck down till they get done.
Oh yes, that's the other thing they teach you: cover and concealment.
Damn. I mean that's real. But yo, I'm glad I talked to you tonight, man. I'm gonna get back at you, man. And we still got some business that's on the table too. So I'm gonna get at you about that, bro.
When these cops do what they do,
all right, bro.
Shake my head.
All right, bro.
Because I'm like, yo, I was on a whole island with people that didn't rock with us. Not people I may see every day, all that. Nah. And at any given moment, they could just pop off. They popped off and burned down the McDonald's. I was I was riding in my car. I was going my way to go see somebody. I got in up to the parking lot, and it was 400 of them out there, just ready to raise hell. What could I do? Bucker you, go on and call the person like, yo, don't open the door. It ain't me. They outside. You know what I'm saying? I like the things that they're doing, and I mean it ain't just about George, but that's the latest one. But the things that they're doing, my guy, I promise you, if 4 of them got 20 of them will stop. Because now it's like, oh shit, they for real out here. They really sending
repeat that, y'all.
I said if 4 of them got to 20 of them will stop.
And I believe that. 20 of them will stop, yo. Like, yeah.
But you have to understand.
This you right now. Go ahead, yo.
Like, you have to understand, like, you're working a district in a city of people you see every day. Y'all speak the same language. You know, everybody may got a different God, but we eat the same food.
Right.
So for you to be able to do what you're doing and say, oh, I'm scared for my life. I don't have the luxury of that excuse over in Bahrain. I don't have the luxury of, hey, Jenkins, yo, I need you to go ahead and put an extra bullet in my jump. No.
And it's like for real.
So,
the crazy part is, right, the difference between the amount of cops that are really truly in danger and the everyday citizen, I'm talking about us everyday citizens that are in danger from the cops, the disparity is fucking crazy, yo. Like it's crazy, yo. The average criminal does not buck on a cop. It takes a super exceptional criminal to kill a cop, yo. You understand what I'm saying, yo? Like that's the apex of criminality, yo. And every criminal out here is not an apex criminal. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm just talking about the criminals.
Like I said, bro, that's why, you know, every time it's the same thing. And I hear the guys at my job, the first thing they do, they'll tell you what. Number one, there's no consequence. Number two, there's always an excuse made as to what the murdered was doing wrong. Like, for instance, the dude down in New Orleans was trying to put his hand over his pocket because he had a gun in it. Right or wrong, don't know if it was registered, I don't know, but it was
right.
A cop on him trying to hold him and another cop over top of him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you assume he's trying to go for his pistol, he just didn't want to roll over on it and have it go off in his pocket on some Plaxico shit.
Right.
But they dumped 4 of them in his chest at point blank range.
Instead of trying to subdue the gun. If they thought he had one.
If you really feel like he's going to do it and you're going to shoot him, you shoot him in the arm.
Right.
Shoot him in the leg. Like,
right.
Let me tell you something. There's 2 things that will make you stop moving. One of them is the racking of a shotgun.
Yep.
If it's empty or full, if I rack that bitch, I guarantee you I
they
have
said
everybody's attention.
They said the familiarity of that sound, you know what I mean, can move mountains. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
Like, you hear that, you know it's real.
Right. The other thing that will make everybody stop moving.
It's a hot one.
No, a gunshot. Period.
Right,
at close range, like when you're so close you feel the vibration, you're going to stop moving immediately. Mm-hmm. At least to turn around and see where the hell it came from so you don't run towards it.
Let's see what that AC sound like real quick, y'all. Go ahead, turn that on, y'all.
So, all of the things that they're doing are super extreme to where if I'm standing over you, I have my choice of where to put this thing. To put it in your chest, to hit you top dead center.
One more thing. Turn the fan off, y'all.
If I choose to go top dead center from this range, I could shoot one of your balls and not miss from here.
Right.
But that was a choice they made. Nothing's done about it. The only one I remember going to jail is the guy in South Carolina who shot the guy in the back. Clearly, the dude was running away. He shot him in the back, killed him. Right. And that was on video.
And the chick that was off duty in Texas.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And the off-duty chick.
The wrong apartment.
Wrong apartment, right? Because I made that mistake never times.
Never times, yo.
So my whole point is, I don't feel, any correlation between them and what we went through because we had consequences. You know what I'm saying? That was, I get the whole camaraderie. You're gonna hold your mans down like we were all in the same.
Yo, for real.
We're gonna fight at the club and
Yo.
we'll come home and say we don't know shit.
Now that I have the
But
information,
when lives are lost, baby, I'm not going to jail with you.
Brother.
You my mans.
brother. Now that I got the information, yo, I see it in a whole different light, yo, and that's part of why I do this, yo, for real, yo. It's not to hear myself talk, yo. You know what I mean? If I wanted to hear myself talk, I'd sit in this bitch by myself. You know what I'm saying? And talk with shit that come to my brain, yo. It's for me when I'm assuming shit for motherfucker to be like, nah, yo, you wrong. You know what I'm saying? And even in the way you did it, you ain't never say that, but the way you did it, you know what I mean? Is the real. But while we on this on these criminal others and shit, yo, I was watching that Jeffrey Epstein documentary called Filthy Rich on Netflix.